Hi, I'm Fallon with Make Readers, and I really wanted to share with you the reason why I fell in love with Usborne Books and my passion to want to share these with as many children as I possibly can. To do that, we have to dive down and get to know me a little bit better. So I'm severely dyslexic. At a very young age, we knew something wasn't right, so I got tested in second grade. I was the worst case my specialist had seen in 13 years. Later on, around 5th grade, I did a week-long testing, which was a ton of fun. But the results came back, and they told my mom that I would most likely never be able to read past a 4th grade level. Now, with a lot of one-on-one special help and special classes, I can proudly say that I definitely can read past a 4th grade level, although sometimes it doesn't feel like it. But I grew up not loving reading. I grew up hating reading. It made me feel tiny and insignificant and feeble and stupid. And I hated that feeling. It's still hard today, but I do it, and I know the importance of it, and I want my children to know the importance of it. I found myself, though, not reading to my children. My husband would do the story times. I wouldn't. I didn't want them to see me struggle, and I didn't want my reflection on reading and how I felt about it to navigate the way they felt about it. Until I found this book. So this was the first book of Usborne that I got. This is Nibbles. And for those of you who are not familiar with Nibbles, Nibbles is a book monster. And he escapes one day and nibbles his way right out of his story and into someone else's. So he goes into Goldilocks and he changes the story all up. And poor Goldilocks, it wasn't me, it was a monster. And so he nibbled his way right out of that story. And he goes into a couple other fairy tale stories until the golden goose brings Nibbles back to his crate. So quick, catch him. But don't take your eyes off of him, not for 1 second. Do you hear that? Oh no, he's escaped. And it was such a fun book, and the thought of the memories my kids would have with us reading this book, and I could see it being their favorite book ever and wanting to read it to their children and their grandchildren someday, and I just fell in love with it. And that's when I knew these books were special. But when I found this book made me know that I had to share these books. The Children's Encyclopedia. I know you're thinking, an encyclopedia, really? That was the know it, but the encyclopedia is amazing. Each page has beautiful pictures on double-spaced pages. So what's amazing about this is the pictures draw the children in, and then all they have to do is commit to reading these bite-sized nuggets of information, so nothing's overwhelming. It's not scary. A full page of text is scary. This is inviting. Also, if you notice, there's no white pages in these. This one kind of looks white, but I promise you it's tinted. They did this on purpose. So they did a study, and white pages are harsh on the eyes. So anyone reading, this will be easier on their eyes, and you'll be able to read longer without getting tired. But for dyslexics, it keeps the words on the pages. It keeps everything there. Things don't disappear. Things don't move around. It helps focus. And it was intentional to do this. And I knew I had to share these. Like, every dyslexic child in the entire world needs this book. It's exciting. They have QR codes on every single page that gets them engaged in other aspects. taking them to websites that correlate with that page. The entire book is internet linked, so you can say, I'm in the Child Encyclopedia on page 155, and it'll give you 2 to 8 websites that correlate with cities and towns. That is up-to-date information. It's safe information. You don't have to worry about Googling stuff, and it just enhances their love and passion for what they love. So that, folks, is why I do what I do.